He's a fat, repulsive
Nazi, most expensive prostitute.
How did MSNBC, CNN, and Fox cover 38 uncivil statements? Including analogies to Nazi Germany.
You mean when John Boehner played golf with President Obama?
Come on. It'd be like Hitler playing golf with Netanyahu.
A big lie, just like Goebbels.
Extreme characterizations of opponents.
Growing mobs occupying Wall Street.
The only folks keeping the barbarians from the gates.
The language of violence.
We would treat them pretty ugly down in Texas.
Let's take these son of a bitches out.
Extreme characterizations of legislation.
The Republican health care plan is this: die quickly.
Democrats released a health care bill which essentially said to America's seniors, drop dead.
Allegations that the president lied.
Last year, and accused President Bush of being a liar. Illegal.
And dismissive references to others.
Newt Gingrich is a fat, repulsive pig.
So we know you're hooking, but you're just not cheap.
This lobbyist, this K Street whore.
They understand it's a little bit of uppity-ism.
They just make up stuff.
I thought he was kind of a dick yesterday.
Oh
my God, delay that.
Some incidents got much more media attention than others. When this happened, we paired the highly covered single instance from one ideological side with multiple less covered instances from the other side. For example,
Illegal.
Bush and his administration have lied to the world.
I came here last year and accused President Bush of being a liar. And a year later, I feel no reason to apologize or change my opinion.
I have called the president a liar a couple times because he had lied to me.
Die quickly.
Places like Canada, United Kingdom, and Europe, people die when they're in line.
Because it will not put seniors in a position of being put to death by their government.
Democrats released a health care bill which essentially said to America's seniors, drop dead.
Partisan cable shows magnify their viewers' sense that those on the other side are to blame for incivility. Overall, MSNBC polices conservative transgressions more often than liberal ones, and Fox does the opposite. CNN was the outlier in study because it was more likely to flag cases of incivility from both sides. MSNBC did this.
What a ridiculous comment comparing Obama to Hitler invading Poland.
And Fox did this.
Protesters' signs, they've been comparing Scott Walker to Adolf Hitler and Mussolini, and he's got, lock and reload.
A Fox viewer could learn.
As we reported last night, Congressman Alan Grayson, a Democrat from Orlando, Florida, has said a number of irresponsible things. The latest outrage, calling this female lobbyist a whore.
While those tuned to MSNBC would learn.
So we know you're hooking, but you're just not cheap. At the end of the same attack of verbal diarrhea, Beck concluded, I guess shame is dead. Shame died. What would you know about shame?
Although both networks covered the controversy over Governor Palin's use of the term blood libel,
journalists and pundits should not manufacture a blood libel.
MSNBC devoted a greater number of segments to it.
Quote, blood libel.
A blood libel.
Day 2 of fallout from Sarah Palin's use of the term blood libel.
By contrast, Fox was more likely to feature Vice President Biden's characterization of labor's opponents.
You are the only folks keeping the barbarians from the gate.
You're the only ones keeping the barbarians from the gates.
Republicans are like barbarians at the gate.
The differences between MSNBC and Fox are statistically significant, so you can guess which featured.
But doesn't it seem like Chelsea's sort of being pimped out in some weird sort of way?
Someone made a horrible comment, pimping her something out. It was David Schuster that said that.
And which featured this.
A fist bump, a pound, a terrorist fist jab?
That's what one person suggested on Fox News.
Oh, God.
It's pretty simple, as most people in this country know. It's a fist pound.
While the internet, talk radio, and 24-hour cable news networks have increased awareness of offensive words and deeds that might have gone unreported in an earlier media age, repeated play of single instances of rude, crude, or lewd political language and behavior probably makes it seem more prevalent than it actually is. Despite this pattern, we found most outlets agree that comparisons to Hitler, Goebbels, Nazis, or the Holocaust were out of bounds.
There are people alive today who barely survived the Holocaust, and there are many people alive today whose whole families were killed in the Holocaust. Nazism is not a metaphor for a political policy you disagree with.
If everybody we don't like is a Nazi, what word do we reserve for Hitler?
I mean, we should just get one thing straight, that the only people who are Nazis are Nazis.
Overall, the partisan media are not interested in asking how typical is uncivil behavior and uncivil language on the other side.